I
wonder what
don't.
happened if Avengers was a flop. Like, what would Marvel have done if Avengers was a flop?
Ooh, they would have done what they did with Incredible Hulk. Act like it never happened. Start over,
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
or continued and act like it never happened.
they would have made enough money. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Ultron. I mean, look at Ultron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Ultron, or Thor: The Dark World, or yeah.
Marvel was kind of content with Ultron. Disney hated it. That's why Joss Whedon was like. That's why he was off. He was out of Marvel after that. They did not. Disney did not like Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
How it performed.
yeah. I didn't because it didn't perform terribly well as a video films, right?
Yeah.
I actually like Ultron better than the others, and I do say all the other Avengers films. My favorite of the Avengers films, precisely because it's not as clean, it's not as good. It's a messier
Yeah.
film. It's more of a it takes some risks.
Yeah.
And I can watch it and be kind of mildly interested in what's happening in a way that I can't with the other movies.
It has less of a Marvel formula than
Yes,
other Marvel films.
the stakes are higher too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and James Spader is great as Ultron in the way that I never really got around Tom Hiddleston as Loki,
Yeah.
or even Jeff Cross Brolin as Thanos. He just kind of had a charisma to him that the other villains don't. I think it's better written in some ways as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Which is a very very unpopular opinion.
It really is. I remember the trailers, man, for Ultron and how Ultron was. I believe he was saying he was going off and saying, there's no strings on me. And I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I wish the MCU was more like that. I'd watch them more.
Yeah. I mean, there was conflict. There was so much conflict in the team. Like you said, the stakes were higher. Ultron was trying to destroy the world, and the Avengers was trying to essentially fight to the last breath to stop Ultron from wiping out humanity.
Yeah.
And then the whole politics around that, especially with the Iron Man fighting Hulk in the middle of in a city in what was it?
The fake Eastern European country that they use.
No, the city that they fought
Sokovia.
in, I think
it's a fake city, though, isn't it? It's in Sokovia.
Where the Avengers fought, but with Hulk and Iron Man, they actually fought in a city in Africa.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot what. It's probably some made up city.
I believe it was made up. They took the name from a real city, or it's similar to a real African city in name.
Yeah. But yeah, that's some people didn't like Age of Ultron. Oh my gosh, man! So a lot of people didn't like Age of Ultron. There's supposed to Marvel fans, the extreme Marvel fans, and then they didn't like Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
It was truly split, and Disney didn't like it. And so, yeah, what Disney did was like they kind of ignored it. I mean, they took some elements that were kind of crucial to later on in the film, but they took like later on in the other future films, they kind of took elements of what happened in Age of Ultron, but they don't really mention it as much of what happened.
Oh, they're in Johannesburg.
I guess we kind of have a example of what Disney would have done if the Avengers flopped. Well, not financially wise, but like critical reception.
Yeah,
And so,
they're kind
yeah,
of dependent on the constant positive feedback, or mostly positive feedback they get.
yeah,
I think that does. I mean, people underestimate how much that does build momentum if there's negative social mood around the thing that's been created by the toxicity of the constant debates, and that can really hurt a film's performance.
it really can. Yeah,
Well, Joker had the opposite effect happen to it, where it seems to boost the notoriety and therefore.
that is a rare instance
Yeah.
because the Joker has suffered a lot of backlash before the film came out, similar to how BVS had backlash before the film came out, and BVS had a hate campaign since 2014 with Joker. You know, a lot of people. No, I shouldn't say a lot of people. A lot of certain people, the SJWs, calling the film, toxic masculinity and sexist and promoting violence and such.
Maybe it's the nature of the negative press, because that's very obviously political, and quite frankly, a lot of people hear that criticism and just don't take it seriously. They're more likely to see it,
definitely.
take it seriously in the way that you just didn't have with, say, Man of Steel, or BVS, where the criticism was just like, this movie's bad, don't go see it.
Of course.
If they just said Joker was a bad movie instead of like just a toxic movie, then it wouldn't have done maybe as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because you can't say it's not a good movie. You can't say it's not well made. And they didn't say it's not well made. They didn't say it's not entertaining. They just said it was sexist and promoting violence. And people love that stuff.
Yeah.
They're not that smart when it comes to their takedowns, their character assassinations.
They're really not, no. And they're basing what Joker. They're basing all the negativity of what happened when the Dark Knight hit theaters. When you have a crazy maniac, killing people, even though that same maniac had came out and said that he was inspired by the Joker to do it.
Yeah, but that actually boosted the notoriety of the film, and then it probably made it do better in some ways.
Yeah.
Well, they refused to show Joker in the theater where it happened in Colorado there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which I guess makes sense. They don't want a copycat, but just have police out and just metal detectors or whatever. Just chill.
Yeah.
Just chill, guys. Well, whatever. I get it. Small town.
Just calm down.
Pretty easy. Just chill.